So, what if dreams, deja vu, intuition, and synchronicity aren't just strange moments, but evidence of entangled memory across higher dimensional structure of time? We often think of time as linear, a line we walk from past to present to future. But what if that's only how we experience it within this third dimension? What if time is actually stellated, a higher order geometry where key moments don't follow one another but exist as coordinates in a field? And here's how that would work. The subconscious seeds the field through dreams, visions, or strange inner knowings, and intuition threads the path, pulling you towards something that you don't consciously understand. And then one day, the conscious mind arrives at that moment, and you experience deja vu or a sudden powerful synchronicity. So let me give you an example of this, from something from my own life. At 16 years old in northern Manitoba, I dreamt of working in the forest. You know, I didn't really have an idea of what was happening. I was sitting there holding this thing in front of me, right? And trees were disappearing, and I had no idea what was going on. I'd never heard of brushing. It's not something I've ever experienced. And then at 19 years old, in Winnipeg, when I was going to university, I was drawn towards a tree planting company. And they hadn't even started doing brushing work yet. But something in me urged me to work for them and pulled me towards them. And that was sort of that intuitive pull. Now, think forward to a few years later, at 22 years old, I was working in Williams Lake for the same company, and they entered a new field. And I found myself brushing trees for the first time. And it was on that first day of work when they gave me my machinery to use that I started using it, that it was a mirror to the event that I experienced when I was 16. I realized I had already been there, and I experienced profound deja vu in the memory that was seeded 6 years earlier. The dream wasn't a prediction. I think of it as an entangled coordinate, one my subconscious had already touched. Time didn't move forward that day. It curved, it echoed, it converged. So what if dreams are access points to these entangled memories? Intuition is the pull of a thread you already marked. Deja vu is your consciousness syncing with what your soul has already touched. And synchronicity is the universe reflecting that alignment back to you. So the dream is the seed, intuition is the thread, deja vu is the harvest. So you're not imagining the future, you're remembering forward across the stellated field of time.